Do you ever feel like building wealth is out of reach or worry that you have never enough money to truly feel secure? Here's the truth: the longer you wait, the harder it gets. But what if I told you there's a simple, proven money trick that can skyrocket your wealth and put you on the path to financial freedom starting right now? It's not just for the rich, and it's easier than you think. Let me show you how to make your money work for you effortlessly before it's too late. And we do this through this simple money trick that will skyrocket your wealth in just 5 steps. So let's start with step number one: the power of compound interest. And Albert Einstein famously called this compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. But what exactly did he mean, and why is it so important? He has the saying, "He who understands it earns it, he who doesn't pays it." Compound interest is what really makes your money work for you, and it's one of the few strategies that can grow your wealth exponentially over time without you working 24/7. What do I mean by this? The most surprising part is that most people don't use it, but only the wealthy do. So they understand its power and they make full advantage of it, while so many others miss out on this. So let's break this down with a simple example. Imagine you set aside $400 every month into an investment account that earns an average annual return of 10%. Over 30 years, you will have invested $144,000. That's $400 times 12 months times 30 years. But here's the magic, and this is the reason why this works so well. Thanks to compound interest, your total savings will grow to over $822,000. That's nearly 6 times your original investment. And you didn't lift a finger beyond setting up the system, right? Now imagine if you have waited for 10 years to start. The same $400 a month for 20 years would grow to about $304,000. And of course, that's still impressive, but you have lost out on over a half of $1 million just by delaying your own system. So the best time to start was yesterday. And the second best time to start is today. So then we dive into step number two: why people delay building their wealth. Despite these incredible numbers, most people hesitate to start. And when I ask why, the most common responses are: one, Maurice, I don't have enough money to save right now. Or number two, I will start once I make more money. And these common responses are not from people that only earn $30,000 per year. These are responses from successful entrepreneurs earning over 500K per year. So the idea that you need to wait until you have extra money is a trap. And Tony Robbins highlights this in his book Money Master the Game, and absolutely a book I would recommend. Tony did an experiment where participants were asked to set aside 1% of their income. And at first, many people hesitated, thinking they couldn't afford it. But when they committed to the 1%, they barely noticed the difference in their day to day lives. Therefore, what's more fascinating is that when the percentage was raised to 2%, 3%, or even 5%, the same people adapted without feeling the pain. Why? Because the subconscious minds adjusted their spending habits and raised the bar to a higher amount to their new savings amount. And this is how it works. And here comes step three into play: the secret of your system. And this is far out the most important step when you start investing. The key to overcoming these mental and subconscious barriers is automation. So, why is automation so important? Automation removes willpower from the equation, ensuring you save and invest consistently without even thinking about it. And here's how it works: when you receive your paycheck, automate a portion of it to go directly into your investment account before you even see the money. And that's all. That's the secret. It's like paying yourself first, and by doing this, you bypass the temptation to spend it elsewhere. And that's also the reason why it works so well. You outplay yourself. So then we dive into step number four. The reason why most people fail, and that is what I call the pendulum effect. Because you have to be aware of your pendulums. So, what is a pendulum? I describe the pendulum effect as the mental tug of war. And that happens when you overthink saving and investing. Picture a pendulum swinging back and forth. Each swing represents your thoughts moving from I need to save money to but I don't have enough money or what if I make the wrong choice or stuff like that. The more you focus on these worries, the harder the pendulum will swing, consuming more and more of your energy and more of your attention. And this constant back and forth creates stress, indecision, and ultimately leads to inaction. So you don't take action. So this is the reason why the secret of automation is so powerful. The less you think about the problem, the less power it has over you, right? So the less you drain your energy, and instead of letting your energy drain through indecision and inaction, this is where automation allows you to direct that energy into building wealth smarter and faster on autopilot. And think about it. Wealthy people understand this principle. They don't work harder, they make their money work for them. And the more you invest, the more compound interest accelerates your growth. So, this is the secret behind the secret system of wealthy people. And it's a step they never regret taking. But everyone have to start somewhere, right? The question is when and where do you start? Then we dive into step number 5, and that is keeping it simple. The key is simplicity. So don't overcomplicate things and take action into this automation. The next steps are where can you open an investment account? In my next video, I will share the 3 ETF system I use personally, and it's a straightforward automated approach to building wealth that ensures consistency and long term results without overcomplicating things. The hardest part is starting, but once you do, your future self will thank you for that. So don't wait, start now, automate, and let compound interest do its work for you without working 24/7. See you in the next video.